Victory, Screech!
Hi. Hello. Hi, everybody. How's it going? How are we doing? Did everybody have a chance to make it to the lore / interview? Do you all get to Mush? Let me see. Babysat Mush for me? Aw, thank you. I was worried. Mush on their own can get kind of spicy, so. Let me see here. Mush, congratulations on getting first. Debatably alive, hello, and thank you for the lurk. Shoku, hello. Thank you for your very first check-in. Hello, hello. Mossy, hello. Buddy, hello. Let me see. I think that was everybody in chat so far. If I missed anybody. No, I think we're good. Lurkers, hello. VOD watchers, hello. Mush was very well behaved and sweet. Aww. So Mush gets a heart because they were on good behavior. Got it, got it. Everybody send Mush hearts. Y'all, okay. First of all, who sent hearts to me? Who sent hearts for the lore interview? Who did it? Where are you? Oh, it's telling me and I don't even have the staff. Who did it though? You know how, you know, I know it was some of y'all. I know it was some of y'all. I know there was probably some that like weren't there. But I know some of y'all did. You know why? Because I went from 2790 on the hearts to 2830. So somehow I just suddenly got 40 hearts. No, Mush, don't teach because it's a lot of hearts and I don't need hearts. There's literally nothing for me to spend them on. Sillies, save your candles. Yes, I hope everybody is doing well. Hopefully everybody is having good time zones and y'all enjoyed the lore interview. I learned so many new things. Ooh, that's good. I'm glad to hear it. Also, if the person sitting here is in stream, if you want to say hello in the chat, I don't really sit with people when I'm streaming just because you never know what someone's gonna say, and I don't want anything bad to get captured on live. But if you're in stream, if you want to say hi in the chat, we're gonna go run Hidden Forest, do dailies and stuff. Mossy learned how to translate chat. Yes, the translator is so good. Such a good tool to use for sure. So it's good to know that. There's a candle in the doors and such. Yeah, look. You see it? Do you see it now? Candle. like if you pay attention when you're playing Sky, if you like really look at everything, you'll see that there's candles everywhere. Those are candles. These things, like the headstones, shaped like candles. I don't think the closets are. I think the closets are, yeah, the closets are just like a normal. Mav going on candle lore. They're everywhere. Yeah, candles are everywhere. It was candles all along. Exactly. Everything is candles. What did Gerald talk about? Oh, Gerald was talking about... Gerald didn't realize that there are pots that are shaped like the pots are shaped like candles. Yeah, poor Gerald. So I don't know if it was a combination of like the micro mode, which we were not prepared for the micro mode, by the way. None of us had thought that it was going to be micro mode day. We were all thinking it was going to be Art of Sky, which my brain yesterday, like I realized I was like, it's Art of Sky today, so it's not going to be Art of Sky tomorrow. But I didn't like put together like that it could be micro mode. So I don't know if that combined with like Gerald was wearing like stuff from this season, like everything Gerald was wearing was like from the season except for the hair and the mask and the antlers. And like we had talked beforehand, like I was wearing this fit, and then I was asked to change because it might cause problems because it's new cosmetics. And so I was like, maybe that's why Gerald was invisible for everybody else. Because some of the stuff, like, it doesn't adjust with, like, the broadcast feature. So, I'm not sure. But, like, for me, like, it looked normal on my end. And then I looked at Mossy's stream, and I was like, wait a minute. We can't see Gerald. We can't see what Gerald is saying. I did record my POV of the whole thing, so I do have a recording of it. So if I ever get around to trimming it down and stuff, maybe I'll share it. But maybe I won't, because y'all see me like mistype stuff and like delete it and put it back in. We did also have a script that we were working off of. So you also kind of see me like copy and paste stuff in and then like change the wording on some of it. So I don't know if I want y'all seeing all that. We're used to that. Not like me mistyping, misspeaking, yeah, maybe. Oh, today I can get the mask, like the beard mask. Oh look, Mossy, see? Another candle shape. I mean, we didn't invent all that performance on the go. Absolutely not. Everybody here knows me well enough to know like I can't think of words that quickly. Oh, look at that. Another candle shape. I'll never see it the same again. Yeah, like when I learned this, I started seeing candles just appear everywhere, and I was like, there's another candle. There's a candle. Like, it's just candles everywhere. Look at your candle. There's a candle in this candle. No worries, Mush. I'm gonna burn some of this right here while I wait for you. There you are. You're a moth. Uppies for Mush. Is that my candle in your pockets? Nar. It's my candles. Why is this wax invisible? But then the rest of it isn't. I mean, the elder statues in the temples are candle shaped. Yeah. Yeah, like as you learn it, like you really start to notice like everything has a candle shape. There we go. I only just noticed the no candles move along in the top or in the top left, yeah. Yeah, I gotta hide that candle count. Otherwise people might try to rob me. For my 2 candles, because I'm basically broke. There we go. Mush, don't look at me like that. I'm trying to think of like other things. Like I know we were talking about the other day, like the orbit gate, like when you're being reborn, that's a giant candle shape. I like the micro mode because it wasn't clustered with the ghost, but the FOV does make me nauseous. Yeah, that was my concern too, because the FOV, for micro mode, it makes me nauseous. And so I was like trying to like half look at the screen and half not, because like after a little while I started to feel it. And I was like, oh no. FOV made me nauseous too. I just sat my Sky Kid down after a while. Yeah, like moving around and stuff, like it messes with me. And so like I was trying to be animated, like emote and stuff, but there was a while where I feel like I might have just been like just standing there. And now in the episodes we know a little of what the statues in Wasteland do too. Yeah. I was talking about that the other day, that like the little mini statues that they use to like get light from everywhere, and I was like thinking about it, and I was like, so like those big statues are like big versions of that take in like probably more light. I'm just curious if that... One thing I'm curious about is like the statues, like the large ones that are taking in light, if they're in some way like repelling the krill or repelling the darkness, because like you notice like as they start to fail, the darkness seems to like start to encroach in, and we know like from like the trailer, like the teasers and stuff, that like eventually like krill do start to descend, and it looks like all of the things have failed when that happens. So I'm just wondering if like in some way they also act as like a security measure. It's interesting seeing you all mention things that have me go, I never thought about that. That's what I love, is like there's so much depth to the lore in Sky. Like I'm a lore addict when it comes to any game. Like if a game has lore, that's what's gonna capture me more than like gameplay mechanics and like things in the game. I'm very very hello. Hi Raiders. Hello. It was a double raid. It might show them. There we go, back to back. Hello, how was your streams? Was this planned? Was this a coordinated double raid or no? Was this coordinated? Welcome in. What were y'all up to? Oh, nice. Red shards are right here and they're already popped for us. How was y'all streams? We got one shout out and we'll have the next shout out coming in just a bit. Oh, I forgot about dailies. Meet up with the hide and seek pioneer and the orange light. Let's get the orange light first, and then we'll do the hide and seek stuff. Also, thank y'all for the follows. I do have anonymous follows enabled. You're more than welcome to come in, introduce yourself, lurk, chat, whatever you'd like to do. There's no pressure. But for everybody coming in, how was y'all's streams? This was random? It wasn't coordinated. Y'all were literally back to back, like with the raid. That's so crazy that it was not coordinated. That's wild. But for anybody coming in on the streams, if you're new here, hello, I'm Maverick Crossing. You can call me Mav. I use any pronouns, and I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch, mostly doing cozy games like Sky. I do play other games as well. If you want to see other games I've played on stream, you can do !games in the chat. I am also a member of the Sky Creator Troupe, which is a group of content creators that are affiliated with TGC in producing Sky content and sharing all things Sky. If y'all were at the lore chat / interview, that was me. I was wearing my Bluebird fit, but now I'm back in my Link cosplay. Did amazing. Interview went awesome. Oh, thank y'all. Thank you so much. We had some unexpected hiccups, like with the micro mode, and then like Gerald disappearing, being invisible for everybody else and everything. Really did such a great job. No, you, Maelstrom. Maelstrom was also there with us. If y'all haven't seen Maelstrom makes Sky content over on YouTube. Definitely go check them out. You can do exclamation troop in the chat to get all of the troop members' socials. Definitely check out all the other troop members. They're awesome. Or Gerald. Gerald was blinding us with their beauty. Exactly. Was too bright to comprehend. Also, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. I was distracted by y'all. Seek out the apologetic lumberjack. Okay. Have y'all found them? I'm assuming they wouldn't be too far, right? Ooh, and let me drop you a follow. Do you prefer just Blossom? I'm gonna drop you a follow so I can check your stream out sometime. They're in a very sticky place. Oh, I didn't even realize there's like a space that they can be in. Okay, that kind of narrows it down. Here for the vibes. Love how cozy it is here. Aw, thank you. Blossom is alright. Sweet. But what'd y'all get up to? You might have said and I might have missed it, but what was Mizu and Blossom, what were y'all up to in Strum? What were y'all doing? We're all doing Sky. Oh! Hello. This isn't them though, is it? Is that the lumberjack? It says apologetic lumberjack, but is that... It completed, but... Is that what they look like? I didn't think they had their... I didn't think their hair was pigtails like that. Huh. Maybe I just never noticed. Did Eden run, Kennel run, and watch yours and Stormy's interview? It was so good. Aww. I'm glad y'all liked it. Uppies for mush. I think we're done with dailies now, right? Yeah. Awesome. We're gonna, Spirits just by the tree stump to check. Yeah, we can go look, because we're gonna do some kennel running next. Did we already grab the wax from the shards? Let me double check. I think we did. And for any of the raiders from either stream, if y'all need to raid and lurk or raid and run to do some self-care, please feel free to do so. Self-care is the most important. After raid and run, so nice to see you. Aw, thank you so much again for the raid. You take care, no worries. They do have pigtails. I don't know why I didn't remember that. I thought they had like just one of the standard hairs. Like the kennel maker. Like the point spirit. It's hard to remember the base spirits after 6 years. Yeah. I never really mess with them, so... I'm hoping in the future we'll see more interactions with the base spirits, more things to do with them. I really hope to see someday like a more lively Sky, like more lively with the spirits, with like things going on with them, new interactions, new things. That's why I really like the new quests that we've been getting. Like a lot of them make it feel like the spirits are more, I know like they're spirits, right? But it makes it feel more alive. And that's something that I've always left in feedback. Like I feel like Sky could feel a little bit more alive if there was more to do with the spirits. Kind of have to raid and lurk since I gotta work on art now. You guys have fun and take care of yourselves. Oh, thank you so much for the raid and the lurkies. Good luck with the art. I hope it goes well. Yeah, we're just gonna have a cozy kennel run, and we got dailies done. I don't know if there's shards today. I don't think so. Tomorrow we have Eden, but we might adjust our Eden schedule because tomorrow I believe is the Eden trip with the devs, where the devs are gonna lead a run to Eden. So I definitely want to be there for that. It might make things a little bit weird for our Eden run, because it's going to be festival tech, I imagine. Like, I think it's going to function just like how the, like, blue carpet works. So we might get separated. Just a heads up. We might get server split. Because sometimes that happens. Do you know what time? Let me see. They posted it, and I reposted it on Twitter. Let me see. Here it is. It is at 11 a.m. TGC time, it looks like. Yes, 11 a.m. till 12 p.m. TGC time. So that would be 1 p.m. till 2 p.m. my time. Which is like, it's almost 2 p.m. So like 23 hours from now. Does PNR go into... Oh, does it go inside? Does Festival Tech go inside PNR? I have no idea. I have no idea. But I would assume so, because I'm assuming, like, it's the entire thing. Like, I don't know, but I'm assuming that it's all the way maybe to orbit. Because, I mean, it just says dev run to Eden. And it says, join TGC staff in a casual run through the Eye of Eden. So... I don't know if we'll, like, go to orbit together, but, like, maybe we'll go all the way through, like, to PNR or through PNR. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I can only imagine seeing all the cones while lighting statues if it happens in there. Yeah, I'm mentally preparing for this Eden day to not run like as well, but who knows, because I think you get light from the cones. I think like the cones recharge your light if you're near them, so it could make it easy, because like I think they still appear as cones. Like, even if they're out of light. So we'll have to see. Oh, and then I don't know if Mossy is still here, but Mossy shared a question they had that they didn't get to ask since they weren't able to make it on stage. I'm gonna read this off, and then I might have to think about it for a little bit. So, as a bit of a moth myself, I don't have theories, but I was curious what the moment was in the game that made you interested in the lore the most and wanting to learn more. So, here, I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna throw this in the chat, and if anybody else wants to answer as well, for anybody else that's interested in the lore, feel free to answer in the chat. But what was the moment in game that made you interested in the lore the most and wanting to learn more? So for me, like I was saying earlier, any game that I play, I'm always, like, just right off the bat, very interested in, like, what's the story behind this, like, what caused this, why this, you know, what that, like, that's why, like, if a game doesn't have lore, like, if it doesn't have, like, a story, I probably won't be interested in it. because I'm very lore driven. So when I started playing Sky, and I noticed like the lore is very loose also. Kendall. Like the lore is very much open to interpretation, right? So like there's not like a set lore to everything. A lot of it is like what you as a player decide it is. But what interests me is like the canon lore, like the lore that is set in stone. Like that's the part that I'm always the most curious about. Like I enjoy having theories, but I want to like base it off of what is like canon lore. So when I started playing Sky and I got to the Isle Temple and I saw the Isle Elders cutscene, it made me very curious about like what are the Elder, like who are these spirits? Like we have these regular spirits, but then we have these elders. Who are they and why are we helping them? And why do they need our help? And what happened to this realm to make it the way it is? And like as I progressed through like the other realms, that question, like those questions just kind of kept getting more and more like, why is this kingdom in ruins? But like Prairie looks, you know, like Prairie looks stunning. Like it's pristine. It's like a clean, open prairie. Like if this kingdom fell to ruins, why is this realm so well? Like there's life here. And you get to forest. Why is the rain in forest like depleting our light? And like at the time, we only had the rain in forest. Now we have like in daylight, like in Prairie Peaks, like we have like a cycle of rain. But why is it that like the rain drains our light, but we can go in like the ocean or into any of the bodies of water and that doesn't drain our light? So it's not water specifically, it's the rain that does it. And why is that? Hi, Sai. But yeah, like as I played Sky for that first playthrough, like these questions just kind of started popping up in my mind. And like when I first started playing Sky, I was a solo player for the most part. I did start with like Ren and a few other people. Ren, if y'all don't know, is one of our other mods. They're kind of like a secret mod. They're not very active, but they're always around. So like as I was playing, also Kendall, if y'all didn't see it, Kendall's, if y'all didn't see the shapes, Kendall's. Hi, Carrots. How's your day going, Carrots? And Sai, how's your day going? Hope you're having a good time zone. We're literally in the same time zone. But yeah, like as I play and progress, like even to this day, there's stuff that makes me question. Like, what does this mean? What does that mean? Oh, we have a hydrate. Also, I saw Mail put a big message, so I'll have to go back and look at that. Dev Eden run for next Sunday too. Nice, there it is. I said in the lore chat, there are levels of yes on Does Sky Have a Story? Like, yes, there are murals in Isle, but there could be multiple interpretations, and then the multiple yeses of what realms are, time of day, part of life cycles. Exactly, because there is like there is posts, like there are posts and there is lore about how each realm represents like a different stage of the life cycle. And it makes sense. But then you also wonder, like, how does that line up with us as Sky Kids and like how we're playing? And then there's also like theories of like different stages of development for each of the realms. I've seen so much stuff since I've been playing Sky. Curious if you could ask TGC one question about lore and they'd have to answer you. What would it be? Ooh, I would love to see everybody's answers to that question. If you could ask TGC any lore related question and they had to answer, what would you ask them? You only get one question, not like multiple questions in a question. One solid question. Just a lore book, please. No, it has to be a specific question about something lore related. Why are the Krill so angry? Ooh, good question. It's hard for me to decide, like, what would I ask, because we have 2 embers going on right now, and then we have the next part of 2 embers after. And, like, the first question that comes to mind for me is what happened to the king? Like, what caused the king's downfall? Was it greed? Was it being corrupted from, you know, what they were doing with, like, the light and creating? I've seen a lot of people call them dark stones, like the blue crystals. Is it, like, exposure to that corrupted the king? Because I've also seen concept art of normal king and then corrupted king. And we've talked about this before, but originally the plan for Eden was for the king to be there, and there's like art of like the king throwing spears in Eden at us. So I've always been very curious, like, what caused, you know, what caused the king to be corrupted. But I've also always wondered, like, are there extinct creatures in Sky? Because we see like those giant bones in Wasteland, and the bones don't really match up with anything. Like, you could say whales, but the shape of like the face having like the 2 eyes, and like the shape of like the whale's face doesn't match, and it doesn't match like Krill, and it doesn't so like, what is it? What are they? Apparently the skulls are based on turtles. If they tell me that the bones are turtles, I'm gonna cry. If they tell me that they're turtles, I'm gonna cry, because turtles are my favorite animal. Don't do that to me, TGC. What animals are the bones? Mush! What animals are the bones in Wasteland? And then I need one of y'all to ask what killed the animals that we see the bones. Thanks. I would assume the Krill, but also it could have been just like the devices that they use to drain the light. So like, it just, like, we see in the second animation like the fish in the water, like covered in darkstone, like in those crystals. So we know like the illness, like the disease that the Sky people are afflicted with is not like exclusive to them. Like, it does also affect the animals. Like, we see it on the manatee, we see it on the fish, you know. So like, we know that it's not just like a disease that is just for them. We know turtles did live in Sky. I like to imagine that they're still alive and they're just like way further out in Sanctuary than where we can get to. Mel, I've said for a long time, I need a Days of Nature where we see the turtle go on land, lay like eggs. Like, it goes on land and then it leaves and there's like a clutch of eggs. And then like, as the Days of Nature progresses, like the eggs hatch, and then we get to like help like protect them as they go into the water. And then we have baby turtles in the water after that, like all the time, like that just follow the big turtle around. I need more turtles in Sky. Poor fish. And is the Bluebird canon to main Skylore? How many of the seasonal stories canon to main Skylore? That's a good question too, because I personally, okay, nobody get upset if you're a huge Bluebird fan. Don't yell at me. I think that the Bluebird season was a play that was put on by the spirits. Because they're all wearing very theatrical outfits. And at the end, like, we see them do, like, a bow. You know, so, like, I feel like it's a play. It's based on a play, and, like, the mood of it is, like, it's a play. And so I don't feel like it's canon, like, as a part of Sky, but I feel like it's, like, the spirits were putting on a performance, and us reliving it is like we're part of the performance of like the storytelling. Have you noticed the new season's long hair looks like the seal pelt? Yeah, I've seen people talking about that. I really like the new hair. I think it looks good too with the new manatee cosmetics. Like the ears. Ow. I think the emotion and the story they represent are what the spirits actually thought, but that also meant that they knew about orbit, so knew definitively about an afterlife. True. Which, I mean, I feel like for Sky, that wouldn't be too big of a stretch for them to, like, be aware of the afterlife. It feels like they were, I don't know if they are, but they were originally very connected with, like, the things around them, and then it's like they kind of drifted away from that. Denim to my Bluebird question, are those eggs in Forest Graveyard real? Oh yeah, those have been there forever, but those were part of another season. So I don't know if like them having the Bluebird there with the eggs was like meant to tie those eggs in to like these are the Bluebird's eggs, because they were there from like a past season is when they were added. So I don't know. I used to see a lot of theories of people saying that they were krill eggs, and I always thought that was a cute little theory. Mobile Twitch is being mean, but stay hydrated, everyone. Ugh, Mobile Twitch, yeah. Mobile Twitch has been more rough now lately with the... Oh, did you see? Did you see the candle shapes all right there? Yeah, Mobile Twitch, like, the chat just does not want to work for me most of the time. Eggs do kind of represent hope against corruption as well, so thematically they're on point. Yeah. Lennon, thank you for the head pats. Mobile Twitch is something, yeah. Even, like, on PC, though, sometimes my chat, like, I'll be watching a stream, and people will be chatting, but I don't see their messages. And I have to, like, refresh the whole stream to, like, start seeing messages again. Like, even when I'm streaming, sometimes my chat, like, it'll just disconnect in OBS. And, like, I won't see people chatting there, but I'll see it in, like, my overlay. So... Hi, TGC. Hello. TGC, someone asked just a bit ago, now that you're here. Now we can put all the pressure on you. Someone asked if you can ask TGC one lore-related question, and they have to answer. What would the question be? And so we're just kind of talking about, like, what our questions would be. I said mine would be, what happened to the king? What caused the king to become corrupted? So if you want to go ahead and just give us an answer now, that would be great. TGC's like, I gotta go. I gotta go. No pressure, TGC, but also like direct eye contact. Oh, no, wait, hold on. Hold on. No pressure, TGC, but we'll make awkward eye contact. Not boop. They found the shh emote. Yep. Oh, I hit the invisible block. Oh. Mossy and everyone, look up there. Candles, and then even smaller candles. And candle. Yep. Candles everywhere. Think Grandma's serving bread. Bye. There's still a whole 32 minutes until Granny starts feeding. Plenty of time to answer my question. How will I sleep tonight? It'll be okay. Oh, also look. Oh, this is bugged a little bit. Oh, no, wait, no, this one is always a square. That's right, because that's like the pizza oven. I was gonna say, I think this one is also candle shaped. I love a look at the Valley Temple door from inside the temple, looking back as it looks like it's a light. If you look back from here, it looks like it's bright. Do you mean this one, or are you talking about this one? Also, just to further blow the mind a little bit, these are also candle shaped up here. Candle. And the windows, candle. Meant to ask. Ooh, what you gonna ask? What is the void? Ooh, what is the void? Good question. Worship the candles. Do you think they worshipped candles? Imagine worshipping candles. I could never. So there's a few different answers to that question, Mossy, about what is the void. Because there is, of course, the pity room, but there's also the void of shattering. So it could be either one. There's a few different voids. But I would say, like, we're referring to the void of shattering. Must tried to help my poor moth brain. Mossy didn't know the pity room was a thing. Oh yeah, because Mossy's a moth. So for anybody that doesn't know, the pity room is what everybody calls it. If you are playing Sky and you run out of light, like your wing light, if your wing light count hits 0 outside of Eden, you will perish and you will go to what's called the pity room. And it's just a black void with a single wing light. So there's a wing light there that is not normally obtainable in the game unless you completely die. Like outside of Eden. Now I want to see it get krilled to death. When I was doing a supportathon, for anybody that's new here, I did a supportathon that lasted almost a year. And one of the things that we did a lot was, like, for certain sub goals that we would meet, I would get krilled to death. And so I would let the krill take all of my light outside of Eden. Is the pity room similar to when we die in Eden? Never died outside of Eden myself. Yes. So whenever you die in Eden, you go to, and that's another void. It's like the void with like the child sitting that then you hug. So that is definitely another one. Let's see. We still have a while until Granny. Let's go into Wind Paths and grab some wax there. Subathon, here I come. Go on. Someone else has to do one now. I think Josh is still doing his, because he had like thousands of hours on the clock. So he's in like a permanent subathon at this point. Also the void where we saw the Celestin from Duets. Yes, yes. And like you can also consider like the area where the Bluebird season happens. That is also kind of a void in and of itself, like the seasonal area. It seems like we current Sky Kids have light built into us, but not characters from the past. Yes, I noticed that too, that like we have an internal light. So like if you watch the second animation, did y'all notice that like when the lights went down and everything got dark, all of the sky people seemed normal, but the manatees and the birds all had like a glow. And so that's why I personally, this is just me, but I personally don't think that we're the same species as the beings, like the ancestors. I don't think we're the same type of being. Because we are children of light, like we have light internally, like we have our like a light source. And without that light source, like we perish. I agree with TGC releasing an official lore book. I'm curious with Sky Kid Anatomy. Yeah. Everyone's always live when I'm at work. Oh, hi, Crow. The workies is going well. Current Sky Kids have light within us, but not people from the past. The animals do, which they seem to be gathering in the animation. Exactly. So this is kind of like a theory that I have from what I've gathered. It's not confirmed or anything. And I don't know if we'll see it. But I wonder... Oh, this is kind of dark. This is kind of dark. This might hurt some feelings. I wonder if... Oh dear. So, they have a lot of manatees, right? There's a lot of manatees, but they're not really... Like, we see them have them, but we don't really see them serving a purpose. Like, it looks like they could be used to, like, move things. But I wonder if possibly they might be sacrifices. Like, if the light starts to go out, they either drain them of their light or... You know, if krill start to appear and start to descend, because obviously they're aware of the krill, if they put them in a place where the krill will be drawn to them instead, to like give themselves a chance to get away. Light farms, yeah, that's kind of what I hope I'm wrong, but that's kind of, you know, like Forest Temple, like, is the Manta Juicer mush the brain cell? From a Reddit post about proposed non-magical Sky Kid Anatomy, our blood is the candle wax. We're as dense as a star's core, hence why we don't take fall damage. I mean, that's an interesting theory. Like, I won't discredit or like say anybody's theories are wrong. If we're as dense as a star, that would be kind of problematic for the world that we exist on. Like we would tear it to shreds. Like we would fall through it. Because we would be so heavy, we would be so dense. I always just kind of figure like we're light. And that's why like our capes don't have shadows. So like if you look at our shadows, our capes don't have shadows, but we do. I've always just assumed like we're light that inhabits like a form. Like we take on a physical form, but like our essence is just pure light. We just thinking about the cape thing before you said it, Mav. Yeah. And I like to think that the capes are not... Let's see if I can explain this. I don't think the capes are real, if that makes sense. I don't think that... Not that we're crazy, but I think that the capes are a manifestation of our light. Like, just pure light. So... Canonically, like, in my head, I think that we see the capes, and then we create them with our light. Our cosmetics are ethereal? Basically, yeah. Like, it's a manifestation of our light. And that's why, like, it doesn't have a shadow, because light doesn't cast... Like, it doesn't have a shadow of its own. It casts a shadow of the things around it, so... But I think, like, our form... Like, we inhabit, like, a physical form. And which is cool to me, because, like, Mav lore, that's very close to, like, the Mav... Like, my OC, like, my Mav character, like, outside of Sky, that's very close to my own lore. So maybe that's why I really love Sky. It's 'cause, like, I can put my own lore into it and it kind of works. Do you think we are a different generation or species of the Sky people from the past? Didn't have light within them. We use capes of light to fly while they use boats and such. Yeah, that's also another difference, is like we don't need like anything for transportation except for wing light. What's y'all's theories on what the wing light are? What are the wing light? I've heard theories that they are memories from the king that were left behind. Like, it's from, like, his different travels. We gotta burn the big plant. I've also heard theories that they're, like, our past lives. Like, every time we die in Eden, like, a piece of us is left behind as a wing light. Like, that's what the wing light represent. Or memories of our past lives. Sky Kids are fragments of or are fallen stars, not originated from the Kingdom of Sky. Yeah, there's new like cutscenes and stuff that you can see that we didn't originally have. Like when we would like when I first started the game, we didn't have a lot of the cutscenes that like new players have. And the new cutscenes have a little bit more like lore detail in them than what we had. And like some of it's really interesting. I don't know if you're able to go back and replay them, because I haven't seen them anywhere, like unless if you start like a whole new account. Also interesting that we call them winged light when they have no wings. Are they ascended spirits perhaps from the ancient past? Maybe. That's another thing about Sky lore that's great, is like none of it is concrete. Like none of, Like, that's the part that I like, is like, for now, it's all just theories. And I think that really opens up to like making your own story in Sky, and like making your own story of what Sky is to you, which I think people connect better with a game when they're able to do that. I was wondering if they are the pure light part of the king as we are the physical part of the king. Ooh, I've wondered that too, if we're like the king reborn. But it okay, so if we're a part of the king and like the wing light are the light part, are we the dark part of the king that's being reborn? Sky kids are evil. So we are the physical parts of the king, and like different wavelengths bend in a prism. We're heavier, so we end up on a different place where the winged light are scattered in entry to the realms. Yeah, that makes sense. I would love to give the mural in the Isle of Dawn another look, because I vaguely remember some drawings of falling stars. I wonder if our arrival was prophesized. I think so, because it does. I remember it saying something along the lines of, "We've waited for you. You are the hope," something along those lines. We can go look. Let me see. Let me do that, and we can go look. This cutscene too, when I was a moth, this cutscene was very interesting to me. Like looking at the castle and like the light. I think Sky Kids are made of crystals. They tappy tap on pots and can contain a lot of light. Yeah. Don't think the subtitle lines are in Isle anymore. Ugh. I'll change the text in the emote help guide recently too. Yeah, because like we don't have the white candles here anymore. It used to give you like things to read on the walls. Like whenever you would come up, there'd be like a cutscene and then like words would appear on screen. I wish like all of that stuff was replayable. There it is right there. See, I think that's us. And I think like these are the ancestors right here. And I remember something about it mentioning falling star, like fallen stars. And so I think that we might be fallen star. I could see it. Isn't that also the wing light symbol? Yeah. The wing light symbol for like on the maps and stuff. But if you notice, like when we go into any of the collab areas, when we're going in, this symbol appears on the mural. And I think that's to represent like us entering a space that is not like it's a part of Sky, but it's not really a part of Sky, if that makes sense. Even if we turn off the skip cutscenes, the story text in those murals are one time only. Yeah, even the one in Aviary, like I wish we could see that one again. Because like when you go into Aviary, like if you sit, it doesn't show it again, but that one had quite a bit of lore to it too. That's another good question to ask the devs as well, like if I could ask them any question. And I was talking about this the other day, how much of this lore is pre-written and how much of it is changing as we go along? Like how much of it are they making up as they go? Because stuff seems to have changed a lot since Season of Revival, like lore-wise. Like it feels like a lot of things have changed. baby Mav. Yeah, I'm little Link. But we're gonna go run vaults, and it's easiest if you small. Also, if y'all didn't know, you can chibi fall with the new stance, like the fighting stance. You can chibi fall with it as well, which is really nice. Toon Link, yeah, Toon Link, or Child Link from like Ocarina of Time, or Majora's Mask. See, I like that we can chibi fall with that stance. Martial stance can chibi fall. It's good to know. Yeah, I like this stance, so it's nice to be able to mix it up, not always have to do sneaky. Alright, I need you to stay dead. Thank you. I never seen chibi falling? What? You've never seen people chibi fall? Mossy. Chibi falling will change your life. One thing I found interesting is that the cutscene we just saw in Isle of Eden looks the same as the Eden in Two Ember seasonal area. I was thinking that Isle was a sort of destroyed Eden. That makes sense. Well, so to me, I'm very curious if like the next part, like the season, like Two Ember season part 2, if it's going to take place in Isle, because to me it seems like we're going to go even further in the past for the next season. I think we might see the king's POV from before he became the king. And that's why, like, we have the Dusk Ember that we're following now, which is like during the dusk, like the end of the Sky Kingdom. And then we'll have the Dawn Ember, which is, I feel like, further in the past when things were going well. So I'm wondering if we'll see, just based off the trailers, if maybe we'll see Isle as like grassy, and you know, like part of Isle used to be a forest. And then, like, I'm just wondering if we'll see it like that. I want an Eden Realm. I want to walk within the sacred halls. I want a fixed version of the castle in the sky. That would be really cool to see. Do y'all think, though, that, like, the floating part is a castle? Because, like, to me, it looks like the castle is all around, like, on Eden. And then, like, the part that's floating looks kind of like it is, what are they called? Like a Colosseum, but for just like that giant stone, like that giant dark crystal. A piece for mush. Forgot where, but they called it the Castle in the Sky. I think it was in the patch notes or something. Yeah, that might be like a name they have for it, like just as like a placeholder. But it doesn't necessarily mean, like, they've changed names on things in the past. So there's no telling if it, like, I mean, it could be a castle, I'm not saying it's not. But like, it looks like the portion that is floating now wasn't part of like what was floating before. But I do wonder why it's like, why and how is it floating? Hi, Jan. I don't know. It's too many questions. Too many good questions. And I have to wonder if TGC has really ironed out all of those details, since they have been so free with like the lore, like leaving it to interpretation. I have to wonder if like they created a lot of stuff without really thinking about the lore implications behind it. Devs generally call the realms by the weather cycle, so dawn, day, rain, sunset, dusk, night, and storm. Even if the files in the Steam version has those names for the maps, it does. Yeah. And like we've had meetings with devs in the past that we've talked about, and they refer to like the realms as like their weather variant, like rather than like the name of the realm. Also, 1 second. Do. Oh, I did exclamation shout out instead of slash shout out. Rip me. Ven beat me to it now. Dang it. I lost this time. I lost. No. There we go. Y'all are already following Ven. Ven plays a lot of Sky, streams a lot of Infinity Nikki. I had a silly theory for you two. If I got selected for the interview, yes, I want to hear it. I'd love to. Does seem like Wasteland is closest to Eden. The vault is within / under Eden, serving as the elevator to the castle. When in orbit, we go inside a castle. Near the top is the area the same as the vault. After we keep flying up to see the castle in the sky once again. Yeah. But like that whole top part is like kind of blown apart. And we see like in the Season of Shattering, like in the end, like all the elders getting blown away from like the giant dark crystal. So it's kind of like you wonder if like they were going together to try to contain the crystal and it was too late. Like the damage had already been done and it was too late to fix it. And so I'm wondering if like that's part of the reason why like the castle at the top is like blown apart and like in the air is like from that dark crystal exploding. And then I wonder like, is that why it's perpetually floating or is there a different reason? What's interesting is if you go to the top of the void memory, like the last memory from the Season of Shattering with like all the elders, at the very top it's got like the king's crown like inverted, floating above it. It's more like a silly headcanon. I like to think that Sky Kids get consumed like candles, so the tinier, the older... Oh, the tinier they are, the older they are, so chibis are just chaotic elders. That's cute. That's a cute headcanon. I could see that. Especially when like the Sky Kid is chibi, but like they have like the prairie elder hair on. And like sometimes like people will do like the beard mask and then like do like a chibi spell. Clementine, the true elder. Yeah. Someday we're gonna grab Peggy and we're gonna make them do trials with us. They don't know it yet, but they don't want to do trials, but we're gonna have to make them do trials. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time. I see somebody typing way over there. Talking about that area where we see at the top of the castle area after Eden. Let's head home. Home, home, home. Have y'all been to the Oob here? If you have a friend and you rock it, there is an Oob. Like if you go to, if you use this cutscene to go up to like the storm room, and then Chibi Fall, and then have a friend with Rocket. Collab Oob stream when? My DMs are open, Mossy. This is a little loud here. Oh, I didn't even realize that my in-game volume is still turned down. But yeah, if you Chibi Fall here, did they fix it? Did they fix it? Why is there a load? Why is it dark? Here we go. As far as I know, it's only Rocket, no Chibi Fall. Oh, you can't Chibi Fall? You have to fly immediately after you fall? Right, let me try again. But I thought like you could Chibi Fall out and then you just have to like either land or rocket. Oh yeah, because there's like a wall. There's like a floor. Hold on. So yeah, you have to like immediately be flying. No! Got there the other day with just shared spaces. See, it's hard for me to do shared spaces on like on PlayStation. But we can try Rocket. Warm yourself up, you'll need it. Aww. It's like subtly threatening. Mush, you want to do the honkies for us? Okay, I'm ready to fight. Do 1, 2, 3, and like when you do the third honk, we both press. Oh. Here. Okay. Make sure I've got you. There we go. Whee! There we go. There's also like a Oob, I can't select Mush. I can't. There we go. There's also like a Oob Island, which is really cool. So it's like the Vault Island. Also, I can't take out a candle for you, Mush, since I already sent a heart to you today. But, yeah, to get to the... Yeah, to get into the, Elder Room, you have to go below here. But you can also see the Vault Elder over here, which is really cool. And like the little crystal floating. Vault Elder, my beloved. Aww. Or she can chippy fall through one of the corners too. Really? I've never tried that. I've always just gone underneath it and then rocketed into it. Let's see. Because there should be like water that you land in. Oh, look, there's the Eden Gate. Yeah. Time for me to sleep. Thank you, Maelstrom, for the very interesting lore talk. I'll definitely see candles everywhere now. Nice. Well, have good eves, Mossy. Thanks for joining. Wait, Mossy, give us like a couple seconds. Mush, we have to unlatch. We have to unlatch. Oh, barely. Barely made it. Elder room. Mossy's literally falling asleep, yeah. Look at Forest Mommy. Oh, I didn't realize I was sitting on candles. And if you give it a while, they do eventually like change their stance. I was like just vibing here one day, and then suddenly like they changed to like a standing position. But they are solid, so you can land on them too. So it's great if you want to take pictures with the elder. Oh, yeah, look, see. Well, elder just stood up. Look at him. Vault Elder, my beloved. I think that the alt cape that we get is like their dress, but as a cape. Like their robe, like their ceremonial robe, but as a cape. That's spooky. Yeah, I don't know what triggers it, but they'll just they'll stand up. I don't know if it's like just like after a while they do it. Didn't put that together, but it does look elderish. Yeah, like if you look at the front here, it's got like the star pattern, like the cape has. So I think it's the Vault Elder's like robe. Season gives me more Vault Elder vibes. Yeah, definitely. Especially since like the quest giver is like the Vault Elder's memories. Forest Elder and the Forest Temple Oob changes positions after a while too. Yeah. Yeah, if you like to go sit with Forest Mommy. But I've seen them all change their position here before. Um I just don't know like if it's just on a time or if something triggers it. But I've seen them all get into like a standing position here. But yeah, they all change. Like the Valley twins, if you open the door and then go to like the Valley Oob, um they'll be in a different position, but they also change their position after a certain time too. So this is how we can chill with the elders. Thanks for showing us. Yeah. It's really nice if you come here and like turn the volume down, unless you're like me and you like the stormy sound effects, because I love them. But it's really cool to come here and you can make like a shared space and just vibe. I like seeing all of the art on the walls. What do y'all think? Like these, they have some stars that go up to like the crystal, but then this one, the third one, doesn't. Like the last one, it doesn't go like in the center, but like there is like a little star that goes into it, but then this third one does not. I wonder why that is. Also, like having the stars like that, it looks like the light is coming from them and going into the like the dark stone. Forest Mama. I wonder if we'll get to see the Wasteland Elder at all. Oh, there they go. Look, they all stood up now. Isle Elder. He's an innocent grandpa that did no wrong. Nobody can change my mind. I love Forest Elder, but I think that she might have been forced to like I want to believe it was against your will. It was against your will. But I think that she was, you know, like made to make the dark crystals. There's also like an invisible floor around them. Let me see. Ah. Does turn our light very roughly, so I don't know if she was forced. But maybe part of it, maybe that's part of the reason why. Like, she's bitter about what she has to do. You can see in the vaults cutscene, it's the last mural. Oh yeah, the elder one where it's like the king. It shows like a giant being inside, like consuming light, and it looks like it's a giant being that is in the place of the vault itself, which is kind of interesting because it's like below the Eden Castle. Oh, hello. Goodbye. Hello? But it's like the entire mountain surrounding them, and then like they're consuming light, and then Eden is floating above them. And it doesn't really align with the story that we see, so I don't know if it's like symbolism of what is happening, like they're consuming, like they're taking in all of the light from the world around them. I do like I still just I want to know why they all had to evacuate to Wasteland. Like, I'm assuming it wasn't a wasteland when they got there. But what happened to Prairie? Like, Like, what happened to prairie? And what happened to forest? And what happened to valley to make them uninhabitable? And yeah, I do add people in Sky. If you'd like to play with us sometime, you can definitely whisper me a Sky code or DM me a Sky code over on Discord. I just ask you don't put them in chat, just to be on the safe side. And then I do all of my adding after stream. Help! Couldn't get out. But yeah, I could talk about lore stuff all day. Like, the lore in Sky is so fascinating, and there's so many different theories, and then, like, when you listen to other people's theories, like, and then you think about your own theories, and then you can combine them and, like, come up with a new theory. I think that's, like, one of the biggest things in Sky is, like, being able to create your own story. But yeah. Also gets like the creativity going too, I think. I love seeing like Sky TikToks of like people's theories. Hi, Blooded Graves. How doing? The dance is in sync with the background music. It is. Aw, that's cute. Wonder if prairie and forest are the first to start replenishing, but all the light was captured into pots in prairie or factory and crystals in forest, and they became dark like we go through time zones in the realm. It's a natural cycle, and the night was chasing the ancestors from Isle through prairie until they finally got to wasteland. And the night fell there, came light again in dawn and prairie, now at 500 years. That would kind of make sense. Like, I was saying... So here is... I got two parts to this. So I was saying the other day, like, I could see that. I could see where, like, maybe everything was like Wasteland at some point. But, like, since Prairie is further away, like, it's replenished, like, it's healed from that. And that's why it's all grassy and clear again. And then Forest is, like, not 100% there. Like, it's on the way, but it's not, like, fully restored. I don't know about Valley. I don't know... like what the like context of Valley would be, like, since it's covered in snow. Like, we don't see any trees or anything in Valley, so it's kind of hard to gauge, like everything's frozen over, you know. But then I was really thinking about it, and Prairie, we were talking about it, and Prairie's structures, like the buildings and stuff there, don't look as old as like the ones in like other realms, like in Wasteland and Forest. And so it's a little bit confusing timeline wise, because if everybody was destroyed at the same time and like the last city is the last city, like all the people are there, like, is it just like, was it like how can I explain it, like an explosion that came out from Eden, and like the destruction was like not as worse like further out, if that makes sense. Valley snow is cold, so no warmth of light. Maybe it's far too cold for ancestors to live in now, but used to be a bit warmer, though still icy? Maybe. I don't think everything was destroyed at once, as the Abyss crew seems to be scavenging for years in the ruins. So do you think that there were still Sky People after the fall of the last city? It would kind of make sense, because it's kind of weird to think that, like, everybody died all at the same time. Like, even, like, a cataclysmic event, like, I don't think everybody would perish at the same time. But we know at some point they all do. Like, at some point they're all gone. But, so that's, I guess that's, like, that's what I wonder about is, did people go back to Prairie afterwards? And if they did, like, was it sustainable? And if it was, like, what happened? The same thing with Forest. Enchantment and Forgotten Ark 2 seemed to be a terraforming expedition with carpenters, alchemists, and farmers. Yeah. So, like, maybe they're survivors from the last city, like, trying to get to, like, a place that is, like, where life can grow. Because, like, we see in, like, Enchantment, like, they're trying to clean the water, they're trying to grow crops and stuff. So you could definitely see that. And I could see, like, where, like, they're trying to get away from, like, the last city area, and then, like, the Ark, you know, crashes. Because I imagine, like, if everybody is gathered in Wasteland and, like, they're trying to escape, it can't be easy to escape when it's full of krill and stuff. And, like, they're not able to fly like we are. And they can't just, like, close the game to escape. So I could definitely see, like, these are, like, the ones that survived, like, the fall of the last city, and they're trying to get out to go somewhere where they can survive. Wonder if they are trying to go through the wind paths to Aviary, but the wind paths get blocked, which we cure too. Maybe, like, they were trying to go through. That's also interesting too, is, like, we know Aviary exists, and it seems like Aviary existed after the fall of the kingdom. So, like, that's also kind of, like, it's kind of interesting. And I personally think, like, Stewie is the child that we see in the animation. I think that that's the steward. That's my personal theory. During bloom, a patch of meadow is seen around the Forgotten Ark's desert. Was that a vision of a more flowery past of the desert? Maybe. Or maybe just, like, because it's, like, during bloom and we're able to, like, summon rain and stuff to that area. Like, maybe now, like, the pollution and, like, the destruction is to a point where, like, things can bloom there again. Apparently that character is Stewie. Yeah, their hair is the same, they look like the same build and everything. The only thing is, like, there's not a manatee in Aviary, so what happens to the manatee? TGC, don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. I personally don't think, like, when they made Revival, I don't think they had, like, manatees as, like, a central plan for, you know, like, I don't think, like, they had manatees on the mind. I mentioned the other day, like, they told us we could share, like, we had a dev chat with, devs that were developed, like, the Two Ember season, and they talked about how manatees weren't originally gonna be, like, such a big part of the season, and then, like, as they developed, like, manatees just kind of, like, kept coming up. Don't make us cry with with the game yet. Yeah, please. Also, 500 years in the past, do they even live that long? Well, but I mean, you know, when a mommy manatee and a daddy manatee love each other very much. As for like Stewie, like that's why I think they're a spirit. Like if they survived, you know. But who knows? Maybe the manatees do live that long. I did see a theory that the giant whales that we see are not actually whales, they're fully grown manatees. They do kind of have like a similar shape. But I've seen that theory around that like the things that we call whales are just like full grown manatees. I don't know if I agree with that, but it's interesting to think about. I don't want crying, being sad. Closure is what I want more importantly. Yeah. I don't know that we'll ever have like closure with the Sky lore. I don't think they're ever going to give us like fully 100% definitive like here's all the lore. Here's everything. I definitely think they're still going to leave a lot of it open to interpretation because that's what inspires a lot of people to play Sky is that like they're able to create their own version of Sky. Like what Sky is to you and what Sky is to me is different. Concept art of butterflies growing more wings and becoming manta and elder creatures like in Sanctuary. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I remember hearing someone say that all of the jellyfish we see are all spirits, none survived. Like the birds, butterflies, mantas, manatees, whales. Since in-game jellies are ethereal. I mean, but IRL jellyfish are like that too. So I'm not sure. I always assumed like the king jellies were like a culmination of like jellies that passed. Jellies are forever. Yeah. So I don't know. That one's kind of hard to like agree with or disagree with because it could be like they were always like that, but it also could be that none of them survived. So it could be either way. Evidence of jelly extinction is mindful miner's memory of overmining greed. That's the jelly's demise. But on the flip side of that, we do see the jellies in Aurora concert during like the All Is Soft Inside. We see the jellies help the spirits to like they get trapped or like they're gonna fall and like the jellies are helping them. And in the end, we see the jellies leave the cave and they're like flying through the clouds. So I don't know. Yeah. I hope that we get a mining season in the underground cavern. I talked about it so much, but like obviously they did some mining, and I think that the door that doesn't open where that wing light is in front of it, I think that'd be perfect for like a mine elevator shaft. And then like you go down there, like we repair it and then we go down there and boom, mines. And it's full of like those crystals. And then in the end, that season would lead to like an opening between the underground cavern and where the giant crystal is in Prairie Peaks. Go on, TGC. Write that down. We also have that giant crystal in Prairie Peaks, and I think that could be like an elder. I've always thought like it would be interesting if like it was another elder that was either forgotten or maybe even it could be like the king, since it's like a giant thing of the crystals. And like when we're dying, like we have like all the crystals around us, and like the people in Sky, like they have all the crystals from like the illness. So I always thought it'd be an interesting idea if that was like a... That was like an elder, since it's so large. There were... I heard that Season of Abyss is a mining area as well. Yeah, so it... Before it was full of water, it seems like it used to be like a mining... Like a mine shaft. I always seemed like they were digging for like light and stuff to like convert into darkstone. It's a mining mural in the Abyss area, but there are still mine carts in the Crab Shallows. Yeah. Done the Oob in the second seasonal quest area. So I have seen the Oob. I've seen people post the Oob. I know what it is. But I am not able to like share it or post content about it since I'm in the troop, and that is technically an exploit because the area there is intended to be locked behind the ult gift, like the ultimate cape. This cape. So I'm not able to like make any content around it for that reason, because it's technically an exploit. Since you're going in there like without the keep. A wind wall there too. There's a wind wall there now too, so it's inaccessible now. Ah, okay. I wondered if they were going to do anything about it. Massive mineshaft eventually reclaimed by nature, King Krill, and being flooded by retaken by the sea. So with the King Krill, do y'all think that that's actually a krill? I personally don't. I don't think it's a krill. I think it was new as the lead. Oh, got you now. Okay. Yeah. I don't think that it's a krill. I think it's a different type of dark creature. I remember like early beta, and like even still a lot of people were calling it the Leviathan. And so I always just assumed that it was like, that was, you know, more along the lines of what the creature is. I would love to see like more giant krill like we see in the Shattering Memory. I think it'd be really cool. Hi, Cora. But yeah. Alright, y'all. I'm getting a little hungry, so I think I'm gonna go make myself some lunch / dinner. So I think we're gonna call it here. I'm gonna get a hug from Mush. Ooh. I think we're gonna end with the raid, but thank y'all so much for coming in and hanging out. If you were there for the lore chat and interview with Maelstrom and I hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me do the nod. I hope y'all had a great time. I know I did. And I hope y'all have enjoyed talking a little bit about the lore. I always love like thinking about and talking about lore and hearing everybody's theories and diving into it. So y'all are always welcome to come in and let me know about your latest theories or theories y'all have heard. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, for today, I think we're gonna send the raid over to Fart Smasher. Fart Smasher is doing Sky. Looks like they might be doing some exploring of their own. Before I go, I need the emotes. We need the emotes. Oh well. Give her stream out. Loved hearing all the theories and such. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. And don't forget for everybody, the first raid message with the heart and the sparkle is for everybody. The second one with the channel emotes, the Mav heart and the Mav confetti, those are for those are gonna be for subs only. Demios, did you just sub? It didn't give me like a pop-up or anything. If so, thank you so much for the sub. I don't see it on Twitch. I don't see it, but I see like a shield appeared for you. For like the sub badge. Yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. Let me get the raid started here. Twitch Mobile might be twitching. Oh yeah, Twitch Mobile stays struggling. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna hang out with the devs for Eden, so that's gonna be exciting. That'll be at, what did I say? It's at 12 my time or 1. I think it's at 1 is what I said. Yeah, 1 p.m. my time is when they're gonna be doing that. So we'll be here probably around 12:30. We'll be here around 12:30. Ah, Demios, thank you for the biddies. Thank you. But yeah, we'll be here around 12:30 tomorrow. 12:30 Central Time. So that's like 2.5 hours before now. So like 22 or 21.5 hours from now, something like that. Someone can do math, but not me. But thanks again everybody for being here. I super appreciate y'all. Thank you for the new follows, the bits, the subs, the raids. I super appreciate y'all. And everybody take care. I love you guys. Goodbye everybody. Goodbye.